Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a quick look at Link. And before we do, I just want you to know I'm not a financial advisor. I just love teaching people how to trade. So I have a trading community. And of course, rolling out with a trading academy at the end of this month here for my community members. Okay, so be sure to check that out in your own time. If you want to learn a thing or two or become a better trader, that is the right place for you. Now, taking a look here at Link, let's go ahead and work our way down from the 1 day all the way down to the essentially 15-minute chart if we have to, right? Ultimately, we're looking at the 1 day chart here. We can see some pretty good continuation. And if you saw my top 5 video yesterday, you'll see obviously that Link was one of my top 5 picks. And the main reason why is because it's done very, very well right here in this section in the last few trading days. And mind you, Bitcoin dropped dramatically and most other coins lost their bottom when Chainlink effectively bounced off some key level supports and kind of trended right around this mid-range of 25 and held that support and moved its way up. Now today it's up, of course, based on the fact that Bitcoin has recovered a little bit. We're right around 42,500 and we did pass that key level resistance. Just note we have 43,000 and the 50-day SMA working its way down. So we're not out of the woods yet for Bitcoin, so try not to get too premature in your excitement. But for Link, this is good because the fact that it's going to be one of those coins that's fairly independent of Bitcoin, and I do feel like we're going to see a continuation of the upside. And as a community, we have a swing trade signal set at $29 for our profit target. It's profit target 2. We've already taken profits on this one time, but that'll be our second one right around 50%. So it's been a very, very good profitable investment for Link. And the main reason why is just because it's a good, healthy coin and it's got some good fundamentals. Long-term, big picture, it's going to go places. But at this point in time on the 1 day chart, let's look at some obvious stuff here. We got the 50 above, or correction, below the 200, but the 200 working as that nice little support level. You can see we wicked down 3 days in a row with no further breakout to the downside. Awesome stuff. It's another thing as to why I noticed that we're going to likely see this be one of those major coins in this quarter. I do think we're going to be able to see some prices upwards of $40, $50. I think it's very realistic. But looking at SMA, of course, we're up above both. That's extremely important. We're also trending closer to 70 on the 1 day chart, which is uncommon right now for most coins. Most coins are trending closer to 50 or below on the RSI. So those are all good signs, kind of showing that we're seeing these higher highs and higher low patterns. On the 1 day chart, we might see a correction in the near future, but I don't think that's going to be super strong. It really just depends on how Bitcoin performs. Bitcoin comes down close to 40,500, maybe even loses that support over the next few days, which is likely. We should essentially see Link come back down, maybe consolidate around 25. I don't think we're going to see a price below 25 in the near future, though. It's just my speculation based on the current data. And looking at the 4-hour chart here, let's go ahead and take a quick look, of course, see where the moving averages are. And the 50's been holding very strong as a potential support, hasn't even been tested yet, and with 200 is trailing behind. And we're right in this perfect place. I love to see an RSI just over 50 and under 70. It's a great, great place to be based on the simple fact that it's not considered to be overbought. And obviously, it is a very healthy continuation type of pattern. Anything under 70 on the 4-hour chart for the RSI, in my opinion, is a good place to be. If you get up over 70 for too long, then it can come back down kind of fast and hard, which we've seen happen in the past. Now, granted, it was doing very well prior to the sell-off from Bitcoin. And mind you, it did get an impact from Bitcoin. If you see this here, this decrease was upwards of about 20% fluctuation from top to bottom. Granted, that was a doji candle, so to speak, and the following few hours it kind of receded, but generally speaking, it actually did very well, performed very, very nice compared to most coins. Most coins dropped 20% and stayed there. This dropped 20% and recovered with higher highs and higher lows, and we're having that nice continuation pattern where I believe that 2750 should be the new support level depending on how the price action from Bitcoin performs moving forward. Bitcoin is trying to trend closer to 43,000 and break that resistance. If it does, we will see Link hit that profit target and continue higher. If Bitcoin does essentially reject, which I'm expecting right around 43,000, then we're going to probably see a correction closer to that support. And if we lose that support, heaven forbid, we come down to 25 and we're still making higher highs and higher lows at that point. It wouldn't be a bad thing if that were to happen. Okay. So just note that Link is looking pretty good here, and I don't really see there's no bearish qualities whatsoever here. Everything's looking very bullish. Let's look at the 1 hour and see what the Ichimoku cloud's telling us. All good things here. We are up above the cloud. We are conversion line over baseline. The lagging span is free and clear of any price action. So if we can get the price, to kind of trend here and coming up, we'll see the same thing here as well, be free of the price action and all good signs to continue to hold. So at this point, we've got at least 12 to 24 hours before we need to worry about potentially exiting our position for Link if you're on a short-term trade. If you're on a long-term trade, don't worry about it. Dollar cost average as necessary, right? But ultimately, I would say Link is in extremely good shape right now. There's not much we can note that is substantial for a potential turnaround. Yes, we just hit a 9 on TD sequential, but that is working itself out to average itself out. We're already reset to a 1. So the likelihood of the price going sideways and consolidating at support here is very high, considering it had that as a previous resistance, right? Couldn't break that, came down below, made higher highs and higher lows, and now we're effectively above. That should work as a support level. So 2750, pending Bitcoin doesn't do anything crazy or stupid, which is definitely still a potential, by the way. Then we're going to probably see some consolidation at 2750 and the price continue to progress upwards to hit our profit target number 2 as a community. Okay, if we don't hit that, no stress. Heaven forbid the price comes down and hits 25, closer to that range of Bitcoin sells off and kind of trends down lower. We can expect a natural correction there. Yes, that would be a lower low on the 1 hour, but on the 4 hour and the 1 day, it's still considered to be a higher high and higher low. So it's still not a bad place to be. As long as this next low isn't any lower than 25, we're in good shape. Okay. So all good stuff here for Link. Literally, there's nothing I see here that is adverse. It's all positive and complementing and looking very good. So I would just let it ride if you got a position open. If not and you're considering one, maybe wait a little bit and see how the support level holds. If we lose that support, add closer to 25. Right? But I do think 2750 should hold, just pending Bitcoin not doing something strong. Right? If it doesn't reverse fast, then we're in pretty good shape. If it just kind of consolidates closer to 43,000, I think Link will slowly continue to progress upwards without a major correction. So hope you found benefit here, of course. If you do, great, let me know. And if not, that's okay too. Consider joining my community, of course, where we can all learn and grow together. I'm interacting with all of my members on a daily basis, and it's a great experience. Once again, Trading Academy rolling out month end. We're excited to unveil that with a brand new website, working with a web developer, getting everything up to speed for you so we can have a better place, a better learning environment for all of my members. So it's going to be a very cool situation. So I greatly appreciate your patience as current members. I do appreciate that, of course, because I know I've been talking about this for a couple of months now, but it's kind of finally coming to fruition, working with a web developer, and we're going to spare no expense. All right, make sure it's a good experience for you. Thanks again for your time. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.